Hello, and welcome to week 2 of the Power Rankings for the NFL season 2018. Wow, we had some really good games. Some games were good because it was high scoring, some games were good because they were low scoring, but close. Defense, baby. Woohoo. I know everyone loves to see the Hail Marys and the 87-yard run for the touchdown and all that. People like to see that. But you know what? Sometimes you like to see some defense. Now, starting off with number 1, still the Patriots. Tom Brady, at the age of 41, outplayed his, 22-year-old counterpart? 23, 24, I'm not sure how old Deshaun Watson is. But there's like a 19, 20-year difference there. And he outplayed him. Deshaun Watson is coming back from an injury. And this is the first game of the year. So a lot of these teams are still rusty because they didn't have their starters out there for the preseason because they didn't want to risk injury. Or if they did, they'd have them up for a drive and then bench them because, again, injury. So this is for a lot of these teams, this is the first time their quarterback's been on the field. This is the first time their starting wide receivers have been on the field. The starting running back. Like, this is the first time a lot of starters have been on the field with everyone else and playing against the top defense. Not, all right, we're going to send our third-string defense out there because we don't want to get our starters hurt. No. But still, Tom Brady, at the age of 41, outplayed Deshaun Watson. Amazing. Yes, a lot of people say it's the system, it's Bill Belichick. I mean, come on, he made Matt Castle look like a starter. And was also on the Monday night game. He's not. He's not even a backup. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he got cut. Holy sh... Oh my god, with the hell Lions. But, moving on from the Patriots, you got number 2, Vikings. The Vikings beat the undefeated Jimmy G. Jimmy G took that 49ers team 5-0. Now they are 5-1 with Jimmy G. Defense. Like, I know, like, I had Alfred Morris, Matt Breida, Pierre Garçon on a couple of my fantasy teams, but I knew not to play them. Not against that Vikings defense. Hell no. Kirk Cousins did pretty good. 227 yards, 8 touchdown, his 100th of his career to Stephon Diggs. The run game did pretty good. The defense played amazing. Like, the Vikings is just a great team all around. No matter whether it's offense, defense, special teams. The kicker is always going to be questionable on any team, but unless you're Sam Gostkowski. But still. Offense, defense, special teams, the Vikings are there. A team that is 99% there, number 3, the Eagles. Nick Foles still isn't playing like the Super Bowl MVP, but he was still able to pull out a win with help from the run game and the defense. If Nick Foles knocks the rust off, or Carson Wentz comes back and plays like he did last year, the Eagles are going to at least stay at 3, if not move up. Number 4, huge surprise for me, the Chiefs. When they got rid of Alex Smith, I did not think that was the right move. Like Patrick Mahomes, he started, a game last year? He's a sophomore. This is going to be a sophomore year going out there and starting the NFL. There's no... Wait, what? He threw how many yards? There's no... Tyreek Hill scored how many touchdowns? He can't pop... Wait, they did what? And that's without... I'm pretty sure their safety, Barry, didn't play because of injury. So their defense went out there without one of the best players. Their offense went out there with a sophomore at quarterback, and they kicked ass. Speaking of a team that kicked all the asses, what was it, 48-3? The Ravens at number 5? There's another huge surprise. I mean, yeah, the Ravens were okay last year, but not like this. Although maybe it's because of their opponent, the Bills suck, which I saw coming from a mile away. But holy hell, not 48-3 suck. Like, dude, they threw, what is his name, Lamar Jackson out there for a couple of drives. Just, screw it, let's get the rookie out there, get him some drives on his belt, get some experience in a real game. Mind you, he was still playing against the Bills' defense. It's not like, all right, pull the defense, throw some fans out there, we've lost this game. Like, no, he was still playing against their defense. Sheesh. God damn, like, did you really have to be that brutal? Do you have to take it to them that hard? But making a statement, like, hey, we're the Ravens. We're here to win this thing. Speaking of a team who's there to win this thing, the Redskins. The Redskins are in a do it now, get to the chopper mentality. They're not going to be going, oh yeah, no, 3 years from now we'll be good. No, they're in it to win it. Alex Smith, AP, Adrian Peterson, and that defense had their way with the Cardinals. The Cardinals may not be a top-tier offense, but they're not that bad. Sam Bradford has a Hall of Fame career if you use all of his stats from his games. Unfortunately, he has 2 years worth of stats across, 8-9 years, but he has a pretty damn good career when he's on the field. And he was on the field. And their defense has, what's his name, Patrick Peterson, I think. One of the top guys at his position, if not the top guy at his position. Redskins like, how do we want to score today? I think we want to score on the ground. Here you go, Peterson. Here's the ball. What do I want to score on this drive? I want to score through the air. Okay, Alex Smith, throw the ball. However they wanted to score, they scored. The defense, we'll rush 3 guys. We'll still sag them. Why not? Like, dude, the Redskins made some improvements during the offseason, but I didn't think they'd be this good. Speaking of the team that's also surprising me, the Rams. They weren't the greatest show on turf, but they weren't bad either. I was thinking, no, last year was a fluke. Last year was just beginner's luck. Rookie, because you don't have tape on the kid, so it's like, we don't know what he's going to do. Oh, he's calling this. Well, what does that mean? We don't know. We have no tape on this kid because he's a rookie. No, he went out there, took it to the Raiders. Like, sheesh. I know the Raiders lost Khalil Mack because they traded him, but it's still the Raiders, and they're still a professional football team. At least they're not the Browns anyways. Or the Dolphins. Shit, the Dolphins freaking won. I didn't see that one coming. They're still not going to be on the top 12 or 15 or anything like that, but they still won, which is just sad. Like, god damn. How did the Dolphins win? The Dolphins have a better record than the Steelers. The Browns have a better record than the freaking 49ers. Who the hell saw that coming? Tying this game means that the Browns will be starting off with their best season ever since 2004. This is the best record they've had since 2004. Sad face. I still love that. How do we end our losing streak? With a tie. But it was against the Steelers, which is a huge win for the Browns. The rain played a lot of complications of that game, obviously, but still, they tied. Good for the Browns, bad for the Steelers. Unfortunately for the Steelers, next is not them. It is the Jags. Their defense is still their defense. Their defense was able to contain Odell Beckham Jr. and turn him into a so-so player. Blake Bortles is still a so-so player. If they had a better quarterback, that offense would be terrifying. But it's Blake Bortles, so meh. It's all about that defense. That's right, ladies. It's all about the D. At least when it comes to the Jaguars. Now, first of the losers, 49ers. Jimmy G and the 49ers went against the top 2 defense in the country last year. It was either them, it was either the Vikings or the Jags were number 1, number 2, whatever. But they went up against one of the best defenses in the country. So not surprising that their offense was a little shaky there. Their defense, they were showing stats like they were 5th in this, 5th in that, 3rd in this. But then again, the Vikings were best. So it's not like they had a craptacular defense either. It's just Kirk Cousins, Devon Diggs, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Latavius Murray, Kyle Rudolph. I think Kyle Rudolph had a catch for a touchdown. Hey, what was it? Randy Moss during the Thanksgiving game had 3 catches for, 200 plus yards, all 3 of them touchdowns. It's like, you know what? If you only have 1 catch, but it's for a touchdown, it's better than having 5 catches for 8 yards and no touchdown. I do expect to see the 49ers are going to bounce back. They won't be going up against the Vikings defense, so they'll go out there, they'll win next week, which is why I can't drop them too far. A team that might keep dropping, though, the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell might be shooting himself in the foot. James Conner went out there, did pretty damn good. I actually think this is a bit of the coaching going, let's put it to Le'Veon Bell. James Conner, you're going to get the ball a lot. Because we want to show him, like, you want 20? We offered you 15? Look at this kid. He's taking your spot. You're getting cut. Or, here's $8 million a year. Take it or leave it, dude, because if you don't take it, we're cutting you. Because this kid's taking your spot. So I do think a little bit of their offensive play call was them just wanting to use James Conner more to show up Le'Veon Bell. But also, with the heavy downpour, throwing the ball is always a risk. Go to throw it, it's a little slippery, comes out of your hand wrong. You're a wide receiver, you go to catch it, it slips through your hands. A lot of issues when it's raining like that. Rain, wind, all that takes into effect. Steelers, hopefully they don't let the Le'Veon Bell issue distract them too much, or let them tying against the Browns distract them too much. They should come back next week and win, but any given Sunday, right? Another team, actually, this team won. Barely. Against the Bears. The Packers. Amazing feat coming back from 20-0 with like 18 minutes to go in the game. Just goes to show, if Aaron Rodgers is hurt, they're screwed. Now, why was Aaron Rodgers hurt? Because they have no O-line. You know why Khalil Mack could get all that money on the Bears? Because their quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, makes in a season what Aaron Rodgers is making in a game. Not going to say that's a bad idea, but when you give all the money to Aaron Rodgers, where's the money going to come from to pay for an O-line? Oh, wait, they don't have an O-line, which is why Aaron Rodgers got hurt. When Deshaun Kaiser got out there, you can look at the stats and go, wow, he sucks. Like, no. Watch the game. What is he doing? Hike, hike, hike! Oh, no, the defense is back here before I have the ball in my hands. I'm getting sacked. All right, we'll do shotgun. Hike! Oh, I got the ball. Oh, shit, here comes the defense. How is the defense getting back here so fast, guys? O-line, protect me! But they didn't. And so Deshaun Kaiser was running for his life every single down. Because as soon as he says hike, the defense is back there ready to hit him. Like, it was not Deshaun Kaiser's fault that he sucked out there. The O-line just did nothing to protect him. Watch the game. You will see the defense has 2, sometimes 3 players in the backfield before he even has the ball. And it's not even them being offsides or anything. It's just, hike, and my O-line just let the defense back here. What the shit, guys? They did a little bit better when Aaron Rodgers came out. During the second half, they played a little bit better. Maybe the coach rained them out like, hey, guys, instead of getting our quarterbacks killed, maybe play some offensive line? Just saying. But yeah, that first half, the O-line, it was just, hike, look out! Like, that's all they did. It's like, no wonder Aaron Rodgers got hurt. No wonder Deshaun Kaiser couldn't do crap with the ball because he was kind of constantly running away from the defense. If they don't whip up that O-line into shape, Aaron Rodgers is going to get hurt. Deshaun Kaiser is going to go out there and be running for his life because the defense is going to be... Could you imagine if this was being against the Vikings defense? It'd be one of the greatest defensive shows on earth. How did they get 8 sacks in the first half? The Packers have no O-line. How did you get 4 interceptions, 2 of them returns for touchdowns? The quarterback panicked, threw the ball before he got hit. Oh, into the defensive player instead of a wide receiver. How did you keep the offense to negative 12 yards for the first half? Again, they had no O-line. Quarterback can't throw the ball. Running back, he's about to get the ball and like, oh, hey, I missed the defensive player. They need to do something about that O-line if they want to stay relevant. A team that took a tough loss, but against a great team. It's not like they tied with the Browns or anything. No, the Texans. Deshaun Watson's first regular season game back from his injury. You can see he was shaky out there. He wasn't putting up 5 touchdowns like he did last year. It might take him a game or two, but I don't want to jump him too far because I do see in a game or two like him getting his confidence, him going out there and doing the 4 to 5 touchdowns a game average. Will the defense prevent the other team from scoring 5 or 6 touchdowns a game? That we'll have to wait to see. Now, special. Teams that surprised me but didn't make it to the list. Number 1. What the hell, Bucks? Ryan Fitzpatrick put up a Hall of Fame game. Was what, 4 through the air, 1 on the ground, 417 yards? Like, he just put up an amazing game. And it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Buccaneers every year love to tease us. Like, oh, look at this talented wide receiver. Look at this skilled running back. Look at this great piece we picked up on defense. And then finish, 6-10. What if Ryan Fitzpatrick goes out there for a while Jameis Winston is suspended and averages 400 yards a game, 4 touchdowns a game through the air, 1 on the ground? What if he goes up there and just puts up a Hall of Fame career season for the, 2-4 games that Jameis Winston is out? Do you really have Jameis Winston come back and go, I know, Fitzpatrick, you're on fire. You have a lot of momentum, but we're benching you for Jameis Winston. The general manager and the owner might do that because Jameis Winston is the face of our franchise. But as a coach who's trying to win, can you justify doing that? Of course, this all plays on the Buccaneers and Ryan Fitzpatrick continuing to win. If Ryan Fitzpatrick goes out there and does nothing, then obviously, Jameis Winston comes back, you throw him out there. Number 2, the Jets. Jets, Jets. Yeah, it was the Lions, but the Lions put a lot of money into the offense. I mean, look at how much money they gave Matthew Stafford, $60 million. But there's teams out there like the Lions, the Buccaneers, the Chargers, where look at this great talented team we have on paper. Season comes, yay, we won 6 games. The Chargers are a team that should have a Super Bowl win, if not 2. They had LaDainian Tomlinson and Phillip Rivers, and they did nothing with them. The Buccaneers, they've had teams here and there. What was it, 2004 they went? The Jets made it to the AFC Championship game 3 years in a row behind Mark Sanchez. That was mostly because of their defense. I mean, come on, Rex Grossman made it to the Super Bowl behind his defense. But still, the Jets are playing with Sam Darnold, a rookie. Yeah, that first pick was first pass, first pick, ouch. But he came back and he played better. He probably got his feet settled better. He got his nerves calmed down. He learned from his mistake. Unlike Matthew Stafford, who just kept throwing pick after pick after pick. And last but not least, last team to surprise me, the Broncos. I want Case Keenum to do well. I really do, because former Viking, he got us the NFC Championship game. I want to see him do well. I want to see him go out there and prove he wasn't just a one-year fluke. Seahawks, they don't have the Legion of Boom anymore, but they still have a competent defense. They still have Russell Wilson. They still have a team. And the Broncos beat them. Barely. But they beat them. Yeah, Case Keenum had a few shaky picks there. But, again, first game of the season, knocking the rust off, playing with the first team offense, first team defenses. We'll see what they do next week. How will the people on this board move up and down? Again, we have to wait to see next week. Although, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this until probably after the Thursday night game, 2 weeks from now, because I'll be on vacation starting next Sunday. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Should some of these teams just be knocked off the board? Should some of these teams be moved up? Is there a team like obviously I knocked off the Saints because they lost to the Buccaneers, but maybe they shouldn't have dropped so far, because their offense did pretty well. It's just their defense couldn't stop the Buccaneers. Next week, they got the Browns. Browns, Saints. The Browns' defense is not what you think of when you think of an elite defense. Their offense is not something you think of when you think of an elite offense. So, if the Saints can't beat them soundly, I'm not talking about a last-second field goal to win. I mean, if they can't go out there and beat the Browns, that spells a lot of trouble for the Saints. I still see them winning, but again, if they win by a last-second field goal or by a pick six with 2 minutes to go or something like that, that's an issue. If they don't go out there and spank the Browns, that's an issue for the Saints. So yes, guys, as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.